So this is a very simple technique. I'll start with my 1-5 closed, and what I'll do is I'll flick up just above the temple, and I'll be able to get that other line that I'm putting in with a clip over comb. I'll use a kind of flat comb, which effectively is a number 1, so I can pull up and out and I'll get that just straight off. That'll come out perfect. Tapering down, I'll go step by step. What I'll do is I'll use a 1 open, and then what I'll do is I'll use a 1 closed, and then from a 1 closed I'll use and this to a 0.5 guard, and I'll use that 0.5 guard open, and then I'll use it closed, and then I'll go down to the 0 guard and I'll use the 0 guard open, and I'll use the 0 guard closed, every time just coming down ever so slightly, just so that blend starts to blend in lower and lower and lower. And then I will use no guard open and no guard closed, and then what I'll do is I'll just rub the slim lines just to get that line out slightly. If you're struggling to get the line out, a really good tip is, especially if it's a foil shave, is what I do is I find you'll see me do it on the back of the hair more than the front of the hair. So I'll get the foil shavers and I'll just come down with the foil shavers instead of going up and rubbing hard. What I'll do is I'll just lightly just kind of tap the foil shavers on the bit and just rub downwards, like for the grain instead of against the grain. So as I'm coming downwards, what I'll do is I'll just slightly blend that in, and it'll help that transition just be so much smoother. I don't really need to on these side bits, because the side bits I tend to find on Jordan's hair quite light, but on the back of his hair I find it gets just darker. I find around the occipital bone it just becomes a lot darker and harder to blend, so that's when you'll see me do that technique. You'll see me probably in my videos use that technique with the Slimline Pros, especially like for blending in beards. I do that on this part as well, so I'll just come down and I'll just rub down and blend the beard in. But it's a very simple ABC technique of fading. It's the best way to fade, honestly. If you're a beginner, or if you're just wanting like the perfect smoothest fade, the guard drop in is just like the best one. So from the 2 to a 1-5 open, 1-5 closed, 1 open, 1 closed, half open, half closed, and then with Andish you go 0 open, 0 closed, and then you go no guard open, no guard closed, and then slim lines, and then foils just rub down, and it will just give you the smoothest fade. Works every time. It's just every time you use a different guard, every time you put a different guard on, or you lower your guard, just come a little bit lower each time, and that's how you get your fade instead of just creating one dense line. But yeah, that's how you do it. I'll let you crack on. So as I'm cutting through the back, I naturally want that crown to be a little bit shorter. So that's why I personally start from front to back, because I naturally cut shorter as I go backwards. That's why some people start from back to front, because they naturally cut longer. They naturally leave it longer a little bit each time. I naturally cut shorter. It's just the way I cut. I can't help that. So as I come from the fringe, I'll then get to the crown, and the crown will be shorter. So it will be that fringe will be its feature point, and that's what you want in this haircut. You want the fringe to stand out. You want it to be looking good. You want it to be the most sharpest point on the haircut, and you want that crown to be pushed forward and messy and textured. So hence why you don't want, when you see Jordan's hair, you don't want the crown to be sticking up above the fringe. Hence why you leave that fringe just slightly longer to give it something to play with, to give it some texture. Now to style, to finish the haircut after I've done a number 1.5 on the beard. What I'll tend to use is I'll put a little bit of mousse in. You cannot beat a bit of magic mousse, just like a golf ball size of mousse. Rub it into your hands and really massage that into that scalp. Like really go into the root, make sure it's proper in there. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want it to put through the ends, because if the ends have got loads of mousse in, the ends become heavy and they'll just flop. If the root's got it in it, the root will hold the ends up. So when you're putting the mousse in, you just want to be really massaging that into the root of the hair onto the scalp. Now blow drying, I just want to blow dry that up from the front, and then from the back I want to be just pushing that nice and forward. Now to finish the haircut, the Volumizer by Duke & Hyde. It's a hair texturizing powder. I found that this powder just worked a lot better for me because it didn't hold as well as Got2b, but that was what I wanted. I didn't want it to clump so much. This gives it a more natural look instead of it being so like clumpy and dense. I love the Got2b stuff, I love it, but I just found that clients were kind of just not using it because once you put it in, and if you put too much in, you're gonna have to wash that whole thing out. With the Duke & Hyde stuff, it just holds literally perfect. And then a little bit of spray, can't go wrong with a little bit of spray. And then I'm gonna use a shark tooth comb just to finish the look and just to make it just, you know, perfect it. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, let me know what you want to see next. And I hope you have a great day, I hope you have a great weekend, I hope you're having a great night, and I hope you've learned something from this video. Let me know what you've learned in the comments down below, and I shall speak to you all soon. Peace.